So this is the handover video for the new Bailey Autograph 8216. Starting looking around the vehicle, first of all, we have clearly marked your gas locker, twist the little lock to open, and it's got a door retainer above to hold it up. You do get a pigtail supplied with the vehicle and a regulator. This particular customer has asked for a gas bottle to be fitted in. They are not standard, so please ask your salesman for this. One thing you do need to remember is to press the green button to get your gas flowing into the vehicle once the pigtail's connected up. To close the locker, simply twist. And you'll see here that there's a little red band. So you can travel with a red band as it is. To get the red band to close, literally turn the key and press it in just like that. That's the same on all the external lockers, and it is one key just to operate them, which is clearly marked with Bailey. Behind that we have the barbecue point and your external power point. Fridge vents, you'll see the aerial that's supplied as standard there, and the awning. So open the awning, you need to put your winding handle just into the location there, wind it out a couple of feet, put the legs down either side, and then wind it out to its full extension and make sure you peg it down. Please don't use it in strong winds or in very wet conditions. Back of that we've got an external locker area, gaining your access underneath. This customer has added a couple of TVs. Again, they're not standard guys, but in there you'll see your carpets, and this little pole here is a centre rafter for the awning itself. Going to the back of the vehicle, we've got the pre-mountings for the bike rack and your reverse camera up there. Nice big window for you to see through in the lounge. Another access panel on the driver's side, and the pack that Bailey give you from new, including mains cables, chopping boards and washing up bowls. Again, in here you've got a little black and yellow fitting. Often people ring and ask what they're about. That is for your filling up of your oil. Got some pegs for the awning and your awning pole here, which goes into the location that I've just shown you. Forward of that, on the ground level behind the wheel, we have a grey water waste valve. So just turn that to empty it and turn it to allow you to fill up the wastewater tank to fill up. This is water that comes from your shower and your sinks. Yep, so that's located just there. Above it is your flue for the Aldec heating system. Be careful, this does get quite warm. And forward of that, we've got your toilet cassette. Toilet cassette simply needs to have the blade valve closed inside. Lift up the handle, pull it out, remove the grey cap off the top, turn it up and press the button to release the air. Swill it out, put your chemical in the end of there, turn it back around, push it back in, and make sure that that fitting just locks in place there. Forward of here you've got your whale filler point for filling up your fresh water. Use the fitting that comes with the vehicle, pretty self-explanatory, it only goes one way. Put the green end onto the hose pipe, white end on into the vehicle, and that will allow you to fill up your fresh water. So that is your fresh water filler point. In front of that is your mains cable. Only goes in one way, guys, so just push it in, release it out. Underneath the bonnet we have got your screen wash, oil, dipstick, negative point for jumping the vehicle, and just down here we have a positive point. To release the bonnet, you lift up that little metal bracket, and to open it from inside, come around to the passenger side, and you've got a little bonnet release catch. So do that first, then go to the metal bracket. Underneath the seat, in front of the passenger, is your engine battery, located underneath here, and underneath there you have your toolkit. Here is where you'll see your diesel and AdBlue. So use the key, engine key, to open the diesel. The AdBlue has a counter that counts down to let you know when that's running low. Please read your handbook. Advise yourself how to do that. The vehicle is central locking. So middle button locks it, top button unlocks it, and then you have just a habitation lock only in that middle position. We'll show you this when you come to collect the vehicle. So open the door. On the door itself, you've got a bin, you've got a blind, and we've got a fly screen. Above it, you've got an awning light, and you can lock the door manually using these functions here. So now inside the vehicle, you have your main control panel just above the door. The standby button is what you need to press to get power. So you'll see there now, it tells you everything that you do, guys. It's going to tell you what you're doing. So this button then allows you to scroll through the various options by going up and down. So vehicle voltage, current, temperature, external temperature, water level, waste level, battery selections, fill tank option, and your setting options. So you navigate it by pressing that up and down. The button at the side, like it says, turns on the pump or turns it off. Button to the side of it turns on the lights, which is like a master, or turns off the lights. The one below, again, turns on or off the awning lights. So pretty self-explanatory, really, just guiding yourself through the options that you have just by going up and down back to the time setting. Above it we have smoke alarm and carbon monoxide detector, and just to the right hand side of that we have one of our first USB charging points, a twin one there. So light switches, there's several light switches throughout, so make sure you have a good look around and work out which switch works which particular area. In the kitchen area, you've got your Aldi wet central heating system. So that turns on just by pressing that button. First of all though, what we need to do is show you how to fill up your freshwater tank and where the drain is for your Aldi heating system. Your freshwater drain is located just underneath the cap here in the floor. You remove the little black cap off the top of it, and then you will see just in here you have an orange bung. See if I can get you a better angle. It literally goes in to a hole in the bottom of the tank and stops the water from coming out the bottom. Please remember to remove this when you're emptying it and put it back in when you're filling it. If you forget, it simply will come out underneath the vehicle in the centre location. Behind that we have a red cap under the next little hatch, which is access to your wastewater tank. If you wanted to put anything in to clean it, or if you had a blockage and you need to see if you can find and get anything, that's how you will gain access to your wastewater. Your Aldi heating boiler is located just underneath the driver's side rear bunk. The one thing that you must remember to do on this is to put the yellow valve in the position that it is now, flat down in a horizontal position. Once you lift it up, it will empty the water in the boiler. So you need to do this every time you're leaving the vehicle for any length of time, or when you're leaving it over winter and winterizing it. So that's for draining down, and that's located just behind the boiler towards the wall. You must have that down before you start filling up and priming the water system. So I mentioned priming and filling up the water system. Once it's filled up now from your freshwater tank, you will come to your tap in the kitchen. You will turn your tap to hot, and you will run the tap until you get a steady stream of water, just like that now. Do that on both the sink, the shower and the bathroom taps. Once you've got a steady stream of water and there's no air in it, then you can come to your heating controls. So back to here, you press the menu button. So it's all touchscreen this, guys. So what you want to do is changing it. You literally want to press the button to the temperature that you want it to go to, and that is for your heating. To give you water, simply press the button, and green's telling you that the water is activating. Below then you want to choose your source. So we've got 2 sources on this one. Electric, 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts. We'll just select the one for the moment. Or we've got the gas option if you've got your gas connected. If any of these appliances aren't connected, you will come up with a failure light explaining what isn't working. So again, pretty simple to work. The button at the bottom there takes you through your settings. But really guys, it's really simple. Just set it to the temperature that you want it to be. Set the water going to heat the water, and then your fuel source, and let the heating system just work. Probably take about 20 to 30 minutes to warm up your water, depending on how cold the water is, and your van, depending on how cold it is outside, how cold it is inside the vehicle. Probably take between 30 to 40 minutes to get up to the temperature, or an ambient temperature. Remember, you can use a mixture. So if it's cold outside, use a mixture of electric and gas to get you up to temperature quicker. You'll see it'll go back to just a normal display screen once it does that, and it will change the temperature on the right hand side to the temperature that you've set it. You have an indicator on there to let you know you're plugged into mains as well. If there's anything else on that, just refer to your handbook or give the service or the sales team a little call if you're unsure. Below that, we have got a couple of plug sockets and your light switches. The blinds are all the same on these vehicles, so up for your blind, down for your fly screen. Above in the kitchen area, we've got your microwave and storage. To get to the storage, you just release the little handles here, and that's pretty much the same. The Baileys come with 3 gas and 1 electric, a grill and an oven. To the left hand side are your hobs, and again it's telling you the direction and which one you're trying to operate. The far left being your electric, all the others being your grill, oven, or your 2 other burners. Igniter here to ignite. Make sure when you're grilling, guys, that you leave open your grill. Yeah. Below that, you have a sticker telling you where your gas isolation points are. They're all located just underneath there. They're all in a usable position as they are just shown here. And please turn off the gas from the bottle rather than these isolation points. Only use these if you're being instructed to do that. Forward of that, we've got various drawers. There is where the grill pan is. These are all soft close, so let them close themselves. Again, good storage areas throughout the new baler. And again, access underneath there. Big storage area underneath the fridge. Make sure you press the button in. And space above there as well. The fridge is a new Dometic fridge. Now this opens both ways. Yeah, both. So you've got a separate fridge and a separate freezer. So the new control panel operates by pressing the button, and then the control panel comes alive. You twist the dial to decide what you want to do. So top one being the temperature, second one down being the option that you want to operate the fridge with, and the third option being fans, blowers, brightness, things like that. So top one from warmest to coldest, just select what you want and then press the center button again. Next one being the source. So we have an auto function. We have a vehicle battery. So this only works, the fridge, when the vehicle battery is running. We have a gas, and again, all I'm doing is turning the button, and the mains. So on this one, I'm going to select automatic, press the button, and then go back and then it will automatically change, just as it's done there, to electric, because we're plugged into electric. Press the button again and turn the dial to the bottom. You've got the light, noise, fan blowers, and a blower around the seals. You'll see now that we have lights on inside, and that basically is your fridge and your freezer operating. Just leave it, let it work. Please remember to turn it off before you're going out. To the back of the vehicle, again, just pushing the little clips down. We've got access. This is where your aerial point is. So this is a status aerial, a Vision Plus. You have a little booster box here with an on-off switch above the V, which will then turn on the LED. Release the little holding bracket here and push the pole up to give you better signal strength. Storage there, storage at the back. More storage underneath the back centre area. Just remember to just press the little handles to close it. More storage here, and again your solar regulator. Vehicle comes as standard with a solar panel, and that's the box that's letting you know that there's charge going into it. You have instructions in your manuals. Really guys, you don't really need to do much with that. The back of the vehicle, we've got the speakers, and we've got the lights. On the lights as well, we've got USB charging points. You've got them in the two rear areas. Customers added a TV, so again, this is not standard, but you have points just behind there to connect up to a TV. For your own interest, that's a 21.5 AdTech TV, and we've also fitted for the customer at the front a 19 or 18.5 AdTech TV there. Bathroom area has been changed for this year. You've got a window there now, your flush for the toilet, and an indicator to let you know when it's full. Toilet seat lifts up, and you'll see the blade valve opens and closes. You do that by switching that to the right to open it and the left to close it. Remember, it's got to be closed for your toilet cassette to come out. In here, again, your mixer taps, clearly marked, and the towel holder up there. It's got a screen. Just make sure it's connected up in transit so it's not banging around. And again, you've got storage there. I think you'll see they've done a really good job of changing that this year. Underneath the seat, in the rear area, you have additional bit of storage underneath there. And then access either through the hatch or by lifting up the seat underneath there. There's no access at the back because that's where your under locker is. To make the bed, you simply pull that down just like that, and then use your cushions to complete the bed. When you're finished, just simply push it back in. So moving on to the beds, you need to pull the two cushions down, and you'll find there's a black infiller cushion, just like that. So that's the rear bed. Here is how you make up the dinette bed. So use one of the headrests, backrests, and again your infiller cushion. And then the third double bed you do by pressing that button and pulling it down to show the drop down bed. The ladders hook onto the little points here. Underneath you have got safety nets to gain your access up to the bed. I think you'll agree, there's quite a lot of room there. And then you've got obviously space underneath. So that's your bed configurations. Inside the wardrobe you'll find the ladders located for the bed and your folding table, as well as the Alde heating reservoir. For People often ask us the question, where should it sit? It should sit between the minimum and maximum levels, but only when your system's been running and it's up to temperature. Below that, you've got more storage just there. Just so you know, to formulate the bed, you will need to just fold down the table and it slots in there. Underneath the dinette seats, the forward facing one, you have some storage and another charging point and a little switch. The switch at the bottom is for your heated fresh water tank. So this model's fitted with one, so press it down to the one button to activate it and up to turn it off on the circle button. Back of that in the compartment here is your main electrical box. So you'll see at the bottom you've got your fuses. They're all marked for you, so it's simple to just revert to what's on the markings here or look in your handbooks. And above that are your main breakers. Underneath the bench seat on the passenger side, you have more storage. And underneath this compartment is where your leisure battery is located. Just there. The roof lights. So the roof lights simply pull down, open up and stay in place. You have a few different options of height levels. Make sure before you're travelling that that's put back in place. And again on that you've got a fly screen and a blind. That's the same on all the roof lights throughout the vehicle. Cab wise have captain seats that spin around. You move them forward by lifting up the handle and then allow it to slide back by pressing the little button here when it's forward facing. It will only lock in place when it's forward facing. We have the Hermes cab blinds on the side that pinch together and magnetise. Same on the front. Manual 6-speed gearbox, aircon, radio, media, navigation, cup holders, passenger airbag, steering wheel controls, indicators and your lights to the left. To the right we have the wipers. Driver's side we have a lock button and your electric windows and your joystick for moving the angle of the wing mirrors on both sides. Just select what position you want and then move it around like your joypad. Underneath on that side, right hand side of the steering wheel, you have the Peugeot fuses. Please just refer to your handbook when looking at these or speak to Peugeot themselves. And then lastly, on the top here, you have your phone holder or tablet holder. Press the two together to close it and lift it back. To bring it up, lift it forward like I did and then pull down where it tells you here. That releases the clip. The reverse camera will also show on here once you engage reverse on the vehicle. Couple of more lights at the front. Press it on and you've got two more USB charging points. The vehicle comes with a owner's pack and an owner's manual. I know we overlook these quite a lot, but it's very good. It talks in detail through your heating systems, your solar systems, everything that you need to know about the vehicle. So please look through it. The video will help you, so will the handbook, but there's nothing quite like getting out there and enjoying yourself. That concludes our video handover today. We hope you enjoy it. Please give us some feedback. And if you need to know anything else, contact the sales team via email or on our landline number. Thank you.